what was it, Gumtree?
Yeah.
Right, for the people listening, he just told the story, but I want the people to listen to hear the story because I think it's insane to sell your stuff and let someone weirdo in your house.
So I was selling a console on Gumtree, and we had it all set up ready for him to play. He comes in and he's like, "Oh, can I have a drink?" Well, nothing wrong with that. I was like, "Yeah, I'll get you a glass of water." So as I poured the water, he was like, "No, do you have a Coke?" And I was like,
cheeky bastard.
I didn't say that though. I just said, "Oh, we didn't drink Coke in this house." When there was like fucking 40 cans of Coke in the fridge.
That's like all you're drinking. I've been around your house before and you're like, "You always want a Coke?" And then you open the fridge and it's like full of fucking...
Yeah, we used to buy like fucking packs of like 40 and stock them up.
Yeah, that is, I reckon, you get psychopaths coming around your house, especially... Like,
Wow.
What were you letting them in just to...
To see that the console was working, so
Yeah.
I had it all plugged in and into the TV,
Yeah.
and so they could see it's working. Because
It makes sense. I would want to see if my thing was working, but like, I don't know. You know where they live, so you could take it home. If it doesn't work, you just go back. And be like, what the fuck, me? It just doesn't work. And
Yeah.
I know you have Coke. Anyway, welcome to whatever episode this is. I'm not sure what number we're on now. The JBFH podcast. There's not many, but
4 or 5.
something like that. It might be 5.
We usually keep track, but we kind of just went into this one.
Yeah, straight away talking about Gumtree for some reason.
We're gonna start off with, I suppose, a Halloween theme. Well, not really.
Well, we watched a film recently.
and we're just gonna talk about it, and it happens to go with Halloween. So
Yeah, but it will be spoilers though. And
Yeah.
we're going to be talking about, I don't know, everybody's eagerly anticipating this, the Curse of Chucky.
Cult
of Chucky, sorry.
Curse of Chucky was a couple of years ago.
Yeah, so it's basically a review, but it's full of spoilers.
Yeah, well, a discussion. Well,
Yeah,
that
I've
was
got
what
much
our
to
review-
talk about
yeah.
on this.
Cool. Where do you want to start?
Well, first of all, I want to know, did you like it? And why did you like it, if you did?
I liked it.
Yeah, but why?
I thought I liked it was different.
Yeah, definitely
When it gets
different.
it was different. I liked. Yeah, I thought I liked it overall.
To make it clear, I'm a big fan of Chucky. I actually really like the first 3 Chucky films. I really enjoy. And I watch them like every year, pretty much. Not on Halloween specifically,
Yeah,
because
just
I'm not one of those people, but
Just, you watch them at some point in the
yeah,
year.
I especially like the first one. Actually, I like all of them. The
Yeah.
first 3.
I like
Child's Play. I like.
I like all of them apart from Seed of Chucky.
You like Bride, but you don't like Seed.
Yeah, because I thought
That's weird to me because I mean I can't really remember them because I've only seen them both once.
Bride is not a great film. It's one of those more guilty pleasure kind of.
But they're all kind of guilty
suppose,
pleasures.
but
I mean, I
Seed-
would argue the first one's sort of like a legit horror film. But
Yeah. It's because after that they focus more on Chucky rather than before. It's focused on the boy, isn't it? More like Chucky's obviously the main antagonist, but you know, on that they focused it more
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Chucky's point of view after that, rather than like it was still Andy, but
Fun fact, right? Movie trivia shit. This is. Apparently, originally they wanted it to be. The original script was that Andy, the little kid, it was all in his head.
Yeah,
at the
I
end of
read
the film.
that,
and he would have actually been the killer, but obviously you can't make a
make a
franchise.
franchise,
out of
yeah.
that. So they were like, yeah, just make it the doll.
Yeah.
That would have been cool though.
yeah.
That
they do
that
with
might
all
have
films,
actually
though,
went
don't they?
down as one of the best horror films of all time, best twists or whatever. But then I suppose
Films like Chucky, though, like say the first one's generally like people think it's good.
Yeah.
But then when you make sequels and people are like on the sequels, then you kind of tarnish the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's like with the Saw franchise. No one thinks that one good film at the beginning
No,
that
because-
started it all off. Everyone
yeah.
just thinks of Saw and they go, oh, Saw.
And I like the first Saw.
The first Saw was good,
I've only seen it once, and that was a long time ago now.
and the twist is great. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, spoilers. You haven't seen Saw, but I mean, what the fuck have you been doing all this time if you haven't seen the original Saw? And if you haven't, I probably don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But the dude in the middle of the room, cover your ears if you care, is alive, and he's actually Jigsaw. And,
and the music comes up, it's like
and he's getting up, and he's like, "Mate, I can't even like play a fucking." Remember, you ever play a kid? Were you ever a kid and you played like Sleeping Lions, where basically it's just whoever can sit the stillest? It's basically when a parent can't be asked to actually play a game. With
Yeah.
their kids. They're like, "Yeah, play Sleeping Lions. If you move, you lose." So they just get them to lay down and just not talk. But I can't even do that, man. I can't even
You
pretend
still
to
play
be-
that now.
Yeah, now it's just good sleep. But it's good getting home from work and just collapsing. But yeah, I mean, fair play to him. And standing in laying in the middle of the room completely still. I couldn't do that.
Should we go into the
Yeah, we should
I
talk about
suppose
Chucky.
the main
considering
main
this is-
spoiler of Chucky is that now Chucky can not only possess people,
Yeah.
his consciousness, I assume,
Yeah.
goes into multiple
people at the
Chuckies.
same time, and they
And-
seem to be different. Like, it's weird. Like,
Yeah, and it's like kind of like there's loads of Chuckies. I kind of like that.
I didn't like this. Like, I thought about it a lot because I watched it. I was like, that was different. And I was like, I don't know if I liked it because I was really into the film for the first half, and then first 3/4 kind of like, I know it keeps you guessing. Like, you're constantly thinking, like, all right, what's going on here? What is the twist of this? Like,
because then you got the one Chucky.
yeah, and I was always thinking, well, it can't be. Is this? At first I thought, are they playing this out of time? Like, are they playing with time in this? Whereas, like,
But
okay,
you get the point where there's 2 Chuckies.
yeah,
and-
I understood it all, but at first, before it, you knew that there were 2 Chuckies, yeah. So I thought, all right, hang on, why is there 2 Chuckies? Because he's got the head of the original Chucky, Andy has, and he's torturing it, which I fucking loved, by the way. That he does that. He's like some like.
Well,
He's like a soldier that's come back from like the war, and now he's just fucked. Like,
yeah, you would, but you'd be fucked before
Yeah,
that
of
anyway,
course you
wouldn't you?
would,
With
yeah.
what he's been through.
yeah, and he just sits there, and he's like, we can just stay in and play or something, wouldn't it? And he's just
Yeah.
burning him with a blowtorch. It's amazing. But yeah, so you had his head there. So I was like, okay, is this set before what's actually happened at the mental hospital, or is it after? I mean, obviously, eventually we find out it is set at the same time.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I was like, how is he possessing? How is he?
Is
in
this-
that? And then I don't know. I didn't like that there were multiple Chuckies. It kind of it's weird because half of the film, before we actually find out the twist and
Yeah.
everything, is kind of a legit horror film-ish. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It's like the original Child's Play, and then all of a sudden it just goes full Bride of Chucky.
I don't know, there's
Do
still
you know what I
jokes
mean?
in it throughout, and I didn't feel like it
Yeah,
was
there are jokes, but they're
too
not.
over the top afterward. Like,
Well,
it was
really.
like there
When there's like 5 Chuckies like we're looking at each other and he's like, I'm gonna go get Andy, and he's like, no, I'm gonna get
Yeah, that
Andy.
was
Look
the
what he
best
did to my
joke.
hair.
That
And he
was
was
the
like,
best
oh
joke.
yeah, you should go and get it. I was like, what the fuck is going
That's
on?
the best joke.
That's what I mean, but that's pure like spoof comedy.
Yeah,
like,
but it wasn't too. I like the bit when I liked it.
I did like it, but
when you got the guy comes in and you got all those Chuckies and they all start fucking just attacking him.
no, yeah,
that
what?
was
Do you know what? When who comes in?
that fucking Mexican guy, or I don't know, guy, you know,
Mexican?
looking
Don't
guy.
watch out because you might sound racist. Just ignorant.
You know, the doctor bloke. He walks in and then they all start attacking him.
I thought he was white. I can't remember.
Like the bloke from the beginning who gives her the gun.
He's not Mexican.
Where's he
He's
from?
white.
No, he's not. He's Google him. He's not white.
I can't remember now. Yeah, you might be right. Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, and they all.
I thought you were talking about the man who fucks her.
No, he's crazy.
Which was strange to me.
Yeah, that was just random, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was so
Felt
random. I was
random,
watching
yeah.
it. I was watching it with my brother, and we just sat there, and all of a sudden, it's like they're fucking in the hallway, and she's like, she's
like
paralyzed.
That's not even like that's what 10 minutes in. Not even 10 minutes in, is it?
No, it's just like the
straight
first
away.
like 5 minutes of the film. I was like, what the fuck's going on? She's some Chucky
like,
party porn or something.
I like the bit as well. This is after the bit. Do you know when Andy's in the cell and then it's
Right. Yeah, go on.
this is well in the mental institution. Obviously, this is all spoilers.
Yeah, no, I was going to say something on it, but I'll
Oh.
let you talk first.
And obviously, Chucky is now in. What's the girl's name in this?
Nico.
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 Yeah, he's in her body
Nico,
now.
yeah.
He's possessed her, and obviously he comes and he's doing that bit of like toying with Andy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I like that. I thought she did quite well, and obviously I think it helps that because she's his daughter in real life. I
Yeah.
think it helps the way she looks.
Yeah,
and
it
that,
actually does,
and it makes it more convincing that actually this could be Chucky in her
I
body.
did like.
And
For a long time, I've wanted to see Chucky possess a person
yeah,
because, to me, that's one of the more terrifying. I would that's what I would have done if
Yeah.
because I thought of years ago. I'm going to pitch my own Chucky film now. I wanted to make a film where I wanted to make a sequel to Curse, even though I have some problems with Curse of Chucky because I didn't
Yeah.
like how they fucked with the lore a little bit.
yeah.
But at the end of Curse of Chucky, he possesses the girl, don't he? I mean,
Yeah,
they do
yeah.
reference that, though, don't they? They
Oh,
do
what, the little
explain what
girl? Oh,
happened.
yeah.
The little girl, yeah. At
Yeah,
the end
yeah.
of Curse of Chucky.
Yeah, he possessed her. Yeah.
Yeah, but then they say in this film, like, like one of the victims fought back and killed her, or whatever, wasn't it, or something?
I didn't know they killed her.
Well, she said she's dead, so
maybe
unless she was lying, but I don't think they would.
Well, yeah, I suppose if he can possess the consciousness, if he can
do multiple things, it ain't gonna matter anyway.
It wouldn't matter, yeah.
Yeah,
so probably.
But I don't
the
know.
The original Chucky is obviously the one that's with Andy.
I thought that it was kind of it was different, but it was kind of lazy. That the way that they explained this, how he got into other, because they literally just said he looked on the internet.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Yeah.
Can you really find that? I know it's Chucky, but still, can you find fucking?
Well, everything's on the fucking
on the
internet
fucking
now.
dark web or something. Like it's just.
Well, if there's some curse,
but he originally learned it off some like African dude.
There's no internet back then, though.
No, but like it kind of I don't know. He looked like he was like some voodoo man. It was voodoo, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, he said he found it on Voodoo for Dummies, wasn't it?
It's fucking stupid though. I mean, it's like every fucking Tom, Dick and Harry is now possessing all these different bodies and toys and shit. Like,
I agree with you there. That is kind of lazy. They just went with an excuse.
But that's what it made me think. Oh, so this is just a comedy now then. Again, even though in Curse they tried to make it scary again.
Yeah.
When they succeeded in parts, I mean, I was never scared, but it was a decent film. The only thing I didn't like about that film was they fucked with the history of Chucky. With the beginning bit of the I didn't like that Chucky was just obsessed with this woman. I thought that they should have kept him as just this psychopath. I
like to think with the way it kind of ends, because I'm like 90% sure they're making another film.
If Universal let them do it, they'll do it. They said that already. And
I'm hoping that they already know where they're going with it.
Yeah, they do. They want to bring the babysitter into it more again. You know the girl from not babysitter. Sorry, was it the foster sister or whatever she was from Chucky 2.
But I'd like them to. I hope they have an idea, and I hope it originates around. Because I know they got all these other Chuckies, but you got the original, obviously, Chucky still in Andy's. I hope somehow it revolves back to that and we end up with the actual Chucky.
But now that he can possess multiple things, it's going to be constantly that. I mean, what are you going to do now, Cult of Chucky 2?
Yeah.
It can't be called anything else, really, can it?
But I like it. I hope they got a plan where it kind of revolves around and it ends up back with that Chucky and I don't know, whatever happens.
I'd love to just go back to basics, like they tried to with Curse, but then fucked it up a little bit towards the end.
The overall that film's good.
Yeah, but it didn't make sense with. Again, they fucked the lore up a little bit. Whereas the longer Chuck is in a body, the more human that body becomes, and when you chop his arm off, blood comes out. They pop Chucky's head off in Curse of Chucky, the last one.
Yeah, and there's no blood.
But he just goes, picks it back up, puts it back on. It literally like that and just comes off.
Unless he hadn't been in that Chucky for long. But yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
No, that's the original Chucky though. That's the when he peels his face off, he's got the crack in his face. So I was like, when I watched it originally, I was like, that's kind of stupid. I don't know why they did that. Because it's the same writer that's still writing it, so I don't understand why he didn't. Think
this was kind of just. I think they tried to reboot it, really, didn't they? But it wasn't really. It's not a reboot.
Well, with Curse.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not really because it's a legit sequel.
It is. Yeah. It was like a soft reboot, wasn't it?
And this new one is an actual sequel to that one.
Yeah.
Because Nika's in it. Yeah. But what I would have liked more is if Chucky had a cult following rather than him possessing things.
Yeah.
I'd rather it would have been other people who he taught the voodoo to, and they were also possessing these dolls, and they all had different voices. That would have been way cooler. And actual people, they could have made it so scary with people like in hoods and shit, like coming to the door trying to get in and shit. You know what I mean? I would have done that if it was me. I would have made it kind of more grounded, a little bit more realistic, as realistic as you can get with a fucking talking doll film.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I did enjoy the film. I won't be watching it again. But yeah, it went off the rails for me a little bit. I was enjoying it at first. It kept me guessing. I was expecting this big twist, and then the twist was pretty cheap, in my opinion. I thought.
Okay, I get what you
just because of the way that he came across it and everything, and it didn't do a very good job of kind of making me believe in it. It was jarring for me. It's the same kind of problem that you had with all the jokes and shit and Thor, and then well, not really, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, okay, I understand completely where you're coming from. You feel like it's a bit of a cop out.
The
I
last quarter of the film.
I didn't really think about that until you just said it. It is a little bit of a shitty excuse just to be like, oh yeah, I just find
really
it here.
shitty. Yeah.
But overall, I enjoyed the film. I thought, I really like that. So
yeah, I preferred Curse, which I didn't think I would, because I didn't actually like Curse that much, but I was happy that they went back to trying to make Chucky scary again. Scary-ish, you know what I mean? As scary as you can be.
And I suppose Jennifer Tilly can do the same thing, because you had the doll at the back.
Yeah. Do you know what I really miss, though? I mean, I suppose you can't do it. I think there's a budget issue with these films as well now. You can kind of tell they're a lower budget than they used to be.
Yeah.
During the Child's Play era, anyway.
Yeah.
And I kind of missed the big kind of Chucky won't die epic battles at the end of every single Chucky film. You know, like in the first one, he gets burned alive. He's still coming at him. They're shooting him. He's still coming at him. They finally think he's dead. They've chopped his head off or whatever, aren't they? And then his body comes through the vents and grabs the cop. Can you remember that? And then the cop believes him then. And then
the cop believed him by that point anyway, didn't he?
No, he didn't.
Oh,
he came in. He was like, "What the fuck?" And then the thing. He's like, "It's not real" or something, and then the body jumps out, and then his head's on the floor going, "Kill him!" I thought that was really cool. And then in the second one they have a similar thing, and the third one he always takes ages to die, and they have this really kind of scary chase, and they don't have that anymore in the new ones. It was all over kind of quickly as well, and also Chucky seems to win most. Well, actually no, he didn't win in the last one, did he? Not really.
Well, he kind of
got his head blown off on the post-credit scene.
he wins in the sense that Nika now, she's in a mental institution because everybody thinks
true,
he wins, doesn't he? Because,
he doesn't die, does he?
He's in the court, isn't he? Because he's the evidence, isn't he?
And
he's the evidence, and he wins because she's getting locked up, and he's there, and he's watching it, isn't he? That's his win, isn't it?
Do you know what else would have been pretty cool if they did instead? I would have watched a very different Chucky film, where it's literally just Andy and Chucky talking, the Chucky head, talking and getting tortured for like an hour and 20 minutes.
Could have been a good film.
And then Jennifer Tilly comes in, and then you could have her come in and she rescues Chucky or something. Yeah.
And this could have been completely different, and this is going back to what they were going to originally do with what you said with, you know, it being in the head. They could have done a film which is a sequel to Curse of Chucky, but where it actually is in Nika's head, and they use the Chucky doll.
I actually was expecting them to do something like that.
They could use the Chucky doll as the cope-in thing. And you could have even had the bit with the Andy could have still had the head and torturing it, and then when he sees it on TV, Chucky just doesn't know what's going on, but Chucky still plays on it, like, obviously.
And then, do you know what?
And then Nika's actually the one killing them, and he's in her head. That could have been a good film.
I would have been into that.
Yeah.
But
I could see why they wouldn't make that film. But they could have still used Chucky in it, because Andy could have
ran to the place, left Chucky's head there, and somebody comes and gets Chucky, now Chucky's in a doll, then they do have a battle at the end.
Or they didn't even need to have a battle at the end.
Completely fucking mental, because she's like, am I killing people, or is that actually there?
Right, or at the end, because Andy could go and get her, if he does get in another doll, and then you could have the ending with Chucky turning up at the mental institution. They could just end, and you got a sequel coming. Yeah,
that would, and then it's just Chucky in charge of the mental people in the asylum. You know what I mean? The lunatics taking over the asylum. That would have been really cool. I would have called it Chucky Arkham Asylum.
Do you want to? You still got some points.
I just want to talk about Andy not really getting his moment to shine in this film, because I mean, he wasn't the greatest of actors.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. He's not great, is he?
No, he's blatantly not an actor now
anymore. Yeah,
but I don't know what he does. Probably an accountant or something. He gets all these guns. In this case, he puts them all in his bag. Can you remember this bit? He takes all these guns and he drives down to the mental hospital. He's like, I'm gonna fucking kill these cunts. And then he goes out, and then the man won't let him in, so he like punches the man so that he gets taken in, leaves all of his guns outside, and then he gets locked in a fucking cell.
Actually, now I'm actually thinking into this film.
It's shit.
I still liked it, but Andy's way of getting a weapon is hoping that Chucky finds a way to possess the doll that he's took there. That makes
sense either. Why did he take all those guns in the case?
And that doll has to be there.
How did he know? That was. I mean, I imagine he wasn't planning on getting locked in a cell, so he thought he'd be able to find the Chucky with the short hair and get the gun out of him. But still, it's like fucking stupid.
And surely, if you punch the guard, he wouldn't lock you in a mental institution. He would get the police.
You
get the police.
You have to get put in a mental institution. You have to go through like therapy and diagnosis and shit.
I still like the film because they're still guilty kind of pleasure, aren't they? Chucky films.
Yeah, it's funny to watch. I'd like to watch it with.
You're not gonna end this conversation with me going, no, I don't like that film.
You should. No, to be fair, I enjoyed it for what it was by the end, but the more I thought about it, the more I thought, how fucking stupid was that? And I know it's a talking doll film, but I liked the first three, and I stand by that they're good films.
Yeah.
And Bride's okay for what it is, and Seed's alright as well. It is what it is. Those films are supposed to be comedies, and that's fair enough. But then Curse, they bring it back, and then the last one, but the one that just came out, it felt like they couldn't decide what it was. Yeah. Like the first half of it was this like legit horror film.
I don't even think it's half. You're literally on about the end.
I'm talking. Okay, yeah, the last quarter turned into a complete. It completely turned around, and when Jennifer Tilly came into it more, she's like cackling and shit like she does.
Yeah.
I was like,
I agree with more of your points than I thought I was going to at the beginning of this conversation.
Yeah, it's just there's a lot of holes.
And
I know I'm poking holes in the logic of a film that is not supposed to be taken that seriously, but I don't know. I'm talking as a fan. I like the originals, and I wish that this one had taken itself a little bit more seriously than it did. Yeah. But yeah, that's all left. That's my rant over.
Cool.
Next time you see Andy, I want to see him with like 2 machine guns coming in. I wanted him to come into that asylum just spraying fucking bullets everywhere,
killing everyone.
He's just gone full crazy now.
And he starts shooting the patients.
Rambo. No, but I wanted to see like hundreds of Chuckies coming at him, and then just like bang, 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 shooting all of them with like a sort of shotgun or something, like zombie Chuckies coming at him. That would have been amazing. But we didn't get that. He got his guns taken away, and he managed to get one gun out and kill one Chucky, and he got locked in a cell for the rest of the film.
Well, that Chucky's head was all mushy, and like, it was like a head one. It was like a person.
Yeah, that's what I did. They went back on the logic again. I was like, what the fuck's going on? Also, Chucky's actual head had all blood and shit in it as well. The one that he was torturing. I would have watched the entire film of him just torturing and chatting to Chucky about old times.
Unless maybe that head, I can't remember what happened at the end of the Seed.
Yeah. No. He dies, doesn't he? Chucky gets him finally, because he killed Chucky. His son kills him, I think, if I remember him rightly. His son kills him, and that's how he gets the like thing. I think.
Yeah, I can't remember. That's literally the only one I don't rewatch. I rewatch them all apart from.
It was really weird, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the film starts off with like the sperm of Chucky. Going through, and then it just creates this little wooden puppet Pinocchio guy.
Do you want to give? I know it wasn't really a review. Should we score it?
Yeah, we'll score it anyway. I'm going to score it a 5 out of 10.
And give it a 6.5.
Yeah, fair enough.
Which is a
average. And to put this in perspective, though, I give the first one an 8 out of 10. Might even leave it a little bit higher, but I don't know.
Yeah, around 8 to half.
Yeah, and the second one as well, but then the third one would probably be like a 7 or something. But
yeah, I like all of the child play.
Yeah,
and I like Bride. Don't like Seed. Curse was good. Curse was good.
Curse was decent up until I just didn't like what they did with the history of the character.
For a straight to DVD soft reboot, is a good comeback.
It was decent. It had some good kills in it as well.
Yeah.
The kills in this film as well, I didn't like.
The only problem I had with Curse was that they tried to go back to that. Is it Chucky? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
when they kind of didn't show him.
The girl had Chucky. Obviously, is it Chucky? Is it? Like,
and we know by this point
we know
that
it's Chucky.
Yeah. There's a little bit too much hiding behind curtains. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was alright. I mean, I'm not gonna watch it again. But should we talk about the Thor? Should we do a spoiler talk on Thor?
Oh, was that? Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what was.
I don't know actually.
I don't know what order we were doing. Just do that now.
Yeah. I was going to do the Star Wars trailer next, but I thought that seeing as we just did a spoiler talk, we may as well do a spoiler talk on Thor as well. Cool. But I actually don't really know what to spoil about this film, because I more than anything, I think it's jokes that you would have to spoil.
Hela is Thor's sister. That's the spoiler.
Yeah, do we not know that in the trailers?
No.
I haven't seen the trailers.
She's just a goddess of death.
Right.
That's how we know. She doesn't know who she.
It's not really a wow moment though for me.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't like a big reveal.
It's not like Luke, I am your father. No, you know what I mean? Spoilers for Star Wars.
If you listen to our last video, I really like the film. There was just a couple of things where something kind of serious happens and then it goes into a joke. I feel like Hela just fucking slaughters loads of people on Asgard, and then next thing we know, we're at fucking Thor and the Hulk and some funny scene. I think it's just like he's bouncing the ball at the window and it like, hits him in the face.
Yeah, I get what you're saying actually.
And that's all.
Like, I didn't notice it when I was watching it though.
No, but like that's quite a serious thing that's happened. Fucking, how many people does she slaughter?
When you were watching it, did you notice that, or was it afterwards?
It was when I was thinking about it, not when I was watching it.
That's what I mean. I think that's kind of the mark of a good film, though. When you don't notice little things like that, I suppose the film is actually flowing well, regardless of. If you watched it again, would you think it, sort of thing?
Yeah,
or would you just get straight back into
maybe it was because I'm sitting there, I'm thinking in the head, because we're obviously going to speak about it.
Yeah, when you overanalyze things,
and I'm thinking about the film, and then I'm thinking actually that. But yeah, well, that was the only like issue I had. It was a nitpick, I suppose, if you're gonna call it that.
Yeah, I don't know. There ain't really much to spoil, is there? Other than
that,
I mean, unless you're just gonna talk about the jokes that we liked, because
the snake jokes are the best joke.
The snake. All right, yeah, the snake joke. I mean, obviously, if you haven't seen Thor, then I don't know why you'd be listening to this. I don't really know why you'd be listening to this anyway, actually. but yeah, that snake joke. What was it he said? Well, I'm not going to do an impression. It won't be funny, but
he's like,
yeah, when we were kids or something, he disguised him as a snake because he knew I liked snakes, and I picked him up and he went, "Oh," and I went, "Oh," and he stabbed me. That's hilarious. When he did it, obviously not when I do it. But.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, I knew he knows I like snakes, so I wanted to pick it up and admire it.
I really wasn't expecting it to be as funny as it was. Like, I knew that the trailers were funny and stuff, but it was.
I expected it to be funny.
From the start, it was funny, man. Like when he's spinning around on that.
When I was watching that bit, I thought it was funny, but the first thing that came into my head was Guardians 2, and I liked the bit of it, but I thought if it might just be constant, and I might not like it, and it was, but the jokes were funny.
They were funnier than the ones in Guardians as well.
And I think, like you said, some of the jokes in Guardians, more so than before, where I think it's only that one or two kind of serious scenes I can think of where there's jokes. With Guardians, there's that fucking like the scene where he's fighting his dad, and I thought like, that's supposed to be serious. He turns into a fucking Pac-Man.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I didn't mind that as much.
But yeah, but
there were some emotional moments in Guardians 2, which I felt they undercut with jokes, and I was like, oh. I was into that, and then you just made me laugh instead. You know what I mean?
And but most of the jokes work in this film. I think it's like you said. I think it was you. This film probably goes 5 minutes every 5 minutes, or it goes 5 minutes without a joke maybe at most.
Yeah,
I think and
but to me that didn't actually. It wasn't a detriment to the film.
It's not a negative. I just mean when I started, as soon as that scene was happening, he kept spinning around, and I was like. I thought it was funny.
They may have done it a little, like one too many times, maybe. Like, they did it like 3 times.
But that's not what I just thought. This is like quite quick into the film, and we've had like 4 jokes already. Yeah. Like, are we? Is this? Are we gonna? Yeah, I'm thinking right now. Is it gonna just be too much? And at the end of the film, I'm gonna be like, oh, it was good, but obviously no, I did enjoy all of it.
I thought all the performances in this film were good as well. Yeah. Again, I don't really know what to say about spoilers because it is just jokes, isn't it?
The Doctor Strange bit was alright, but I feel like he didn't really need to be in it as much.
I think they only put that in there, one, as a device to get them to where Odin was.
Yeah.
And also, 2, because they had that post-credit scene, didn't they?
Yeah, but that was
part of it. Yeah, that's what I mean. So they kind of like, why would we not put that in there?
Yeah.
So they just gave you the whole scene.
I think he was alright, Doctor Strange being in it, but I don't think he's needed to be in it.
No, but they're connecting the new people and stuff, aren't they?
Yeah.
So I got it, and it didn't bother me that he was there.
That was quite funny as well. So if they end up back on Earth, which I suppose with that after credit scene, we're assuming they're probably not.
I don't think Loki should be going back to Earth though. What the fuck's wrong with Thor?
But surely Doctor Strange is just going to go back there.
What do you mean?
Because he can only come to them then because Loki was there. Surely as soon as he lands on Earth, Doctor Strange is going to get his fucking portal thing go, nope.
And get Loki away.
Yeah. Surely.
I can't remember. Is that who he was after? Was it Loki?
Yeah. Exactly. So, is he going to do that again?
What, get rid of Loki?
Yeah, is that what he's going to do?
I suppose. Unless him and Thor have a conversation, which they probably will. But,
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. You got a phone call?
Yeah, I'm trying to
decide on the phone. So we just do a phone call live on
it. No, it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, there is.
I don't mean there's a lot more to say on that.
The more I think about it now, there's not a lot of like plot twists or anything. It's pretty standard, actually, isn't it? It's pretty straightforward. There's not really any surprises other than the jokes. I mean, there's the girl. We can say now that she's a Valkyrie or whatever.
Yeah, Valkyrie, which means she's from Asgard, which then
heard
gives
people saying, I don't know if they were referencing her or not, but I imagine it was. They said it was like the first Marvel's first LGBT or whatever, like gay character.
I don't know. It doesn't say she's gay, does it?
No, that's what I thought. So I don't know. Maybe I read the wrong thing, but I thought I heard people say that, but I didn't actually hear anyone in the film say that at all.
To me, it feels like that if when they go back to go back to Earth, that maybe her and Thor could end up with a romantic relationship.
I never really got that vibe.
To the end, I thought not during, but closer to the end when they're going off like.
Maybe when they were fighting and they kind of came up. When he landed inside the ship and they looked at each other, I thought maybe they were going to do something with that, but they didn't. And after that, I didn't really get that vibe. But I really liked the Rock dude in this. I can't remember his name now.
Yeah,
I think he's Australian. I'm not sure, but he was really funny. It's hard to talk about jokes because you have to kind of watch it in order to.
Yeah. Sometimes you might not find. Yeah, it's different telling someone a joke.
Anybody listening to this has seen it anyway, so they know what we're talking about. But this film was actually, I would kind of class it as a comedy.
Yeah, it's a
with some films, like if Avengers is a comedy, I'm going to be pissed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this film, I actually didn't mind it being a comedy. But that being said, I haven't seen the other two, so
yeah,
I wasn't expecting anything.
Yeah, definitely. Cool.
Anything else you want to talk
not
about?
on that.
Yeah, I feel like we might be missing something. I don't know. Was really good in this film as well. I liked how
there's not too much you can spoil, really.
No, because all the store is pretty much in the trailers. Spoiler alert, they destroy Asgard.
Yeah, they destroy it because
actually that's one thing I didn't understand. Did they fit the whole of Asgard on one ship?
All the whole citizens, but then half.
A
lot
of
people got slaughtered.
Yeah, true actually. But there's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Or did they just get the people that? Oh no. It was the people that Idris Elba rescued.
Yeah, but it's most of the people from Asgard still, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's not everybody, is it?
Yeah, well, it's nearly everybody, isn't it?
She slaughtered a lot of people.
Yeah. She did, yeah.
Was it everyone?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Or
they
all
fit
the
everyone
guards
on
and
that
stuff.
ship.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, yeah. Thor, I enjoyed.
Yeah. No, actually, carry on. What do you want to go on next?
Doing hand signals. What was that? Were you trying to tell me move on? I was moving on anyway. I was in the middle of transitioning and you started pointing at me. Alright, well, I got a list of stuff here that we were going to talk about. Do you want to talk about the Star Wars trailer? I haven't got a lot to say on it, but I'll talk about it with you if you've got anything you want to say about it.
It's a Star Wars trailer, isn't it? I think the trailer just leads you to believe that it's going one way.
Yeah.
And then, I think it's done on purpose. Luke says this isn't going to go the way you think.
Yeah. What do you think? Who do you think he's talking to in that scene?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure. Do you know the whole Snoke speaking?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that he's speaking to Rey and not Kylo Ren.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
What? No, what bit? Sorry.
Do you know at the beginning where it's Snoke speaking and then you got the scene with Kylo Ren?
Oh yeah.
But I think Snoke speaking is actually speaking
fulfill
to
your destiny or something.
Yeah, but that's at the end when he's.
Oh, yeah.
But when he's
but
when he's saying, but at the beginning when he's saying, when I find you, there was this rule. Untamable power.
No,
I think he's speaking to Rey and not.
I wouldn't
Kylo
be surprised if they do that. I think they've done a lot of that kind of misdirection in this trailer.
Yeah.
Where this has to be. If it's not, then they're stupid because they put a big spoiler in the trailer.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they haven't. When he's got his hand out, Kylo's got his hand out, and she's showing me the way or something, isn't it?
That's two different scenes.
Gotta be, isn't it?
You can tell though.
Yeah, because
especially when I see it on the screen in the cinema.
Yeah.
There are two different backgrounds.
Yeah. Well,
he's outdoors. It looks like she's not.
Yeah, it looks like she's in that place. It's kind of like a glowing pool or something.
Yeah.
Because the red that's shining on her is not the same as the shade that's on Kylo.
I think it might be interesting if Kylo's in at Mustafar there.
Yeah. That would be cool.
Planet. That's the first thing I thought when I see, because he looks like he's in a lava.
He's a super fan of Vader, so
he
probably would go to his home. Yeah, he's a fanboy. He's got a poster
of
Vader. Although he's he gets rid of the helmet, I reckon.
He does. He smashes it, doesn't he?
Yeah, I saw him smashing it, but he might get a new helmet. But I don't think he does.
I think he does. I think it's
I think that's him being fuck Vader now. I hope.
Or not that. I think it's more that he's.
Not fuck trying to be Vader, is what I mean. There's he's going to be his own thing.
I think he's kind of trying to cover himself in a sense though because of who he was.
Yeah.
And maybe now he's this
He should want to be though, isn't he? I actually.
But now I think he's seen as more terrifying. Maybe he's showing his. Do you know what I mean?
He's, I'm just worried, and I think they are going to do this, but I hope they don't. They're going to redeem him. They're going to, like the way they did with Vader and everyone else in all the bad guys in these films. I think he's going to like save people, and they might even do a big twist where Rey goes to the dark side, because we know that she meets Snoke in this film.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit worried that it's going to be Empire Strikes Back again, the way that The Force Awakens was A New Hope again, you know what I mean? Because there's a snow planet in it, there's AT-ATs, there's, you know, Snoke meets Rey, it's kind of like Luke meeting Vader.
Oh, not.
He meets him in Empire, doesn't he? It doesn't mean the Emperor though, does he? Until Return.
Until Return, yeah.
But yeah, I'm a little bit worried that they're gonna try and sort of remake. Did you like that Pokemon looking thing?
Pork? Is that what's called?
No, not that. That I didn't particularly care about. But the ice wolf thing looks like Ninetales from Pokemon.
Oh yeah.
Did you see it? I was like, what the fuck is that?
I don't think it's anything that's gonna be there.
No, but was there any need for it? It's like some
just to show you somewhat different.
I suppose. Yeah. I mean, people moan that there aren't different things in Star Wars, and then people kick off when there are different things.
Yeah.
So I'm one of those people sometimes. But yeah, no, it looks like a Star Wars film.
Yeah, I think it'd be good, but we'll have to wait and see until.
Yeah. Because every Star Wars film I've seen so far, I know there's only been 2, but I've not been into them as much the more I thought about them after. Like, I always watch them, think they're great, and then later on I'm
when
like,
Force Awakens come out, we said as long as it was a good Star Wars film, we're happy.
Yeah.
But there's got to be a point where if they're going to keep making these films, we got to go from us being, okay, we want a good Star Wars film, so we want a great Star Wars film.
Yeah.
Because eventually, if they're just okay, they're going to be like, oh, they're alright, we'll watch them, but we're not like eagerly anticipating them after a while.
No, because like I watched Force Awakens, like I said, we thought it was pretty good, but there was something in me when I watched it there where I was like, I kind of knew that I didn't like it as much as I wanted to like it, but I told myself I did, sort of thing, because I was looking forward to it so much. And then Rogue One, and then later on I thought, okay, yeah, it's a bit of a rip-off of thingy. And then Rogue One came out, again I said, that was better than Force Awakens, and now I'm thinking, I don't know, I might like Force Awakens more, because Rogue One, when you really think about it, the characters are kind of hollow, it's kind of boring, and there's blatant reshoots, so the action was great in that film though.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to, I'm intrigued by Last Jedi. I'm trying not to get my hopes up too much, because I don't know, I don't think anything's ever going to really rival like Empire Strikes Back. I actually think that's a borderline perfect film.
Yeah,
Empire. It's like really good.
It is, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Agree with you.
It's the best Star Wars film by far.
Definitely. I didn't really have much else to say on the trailer. I mean, it was...
No, it's just more of the same, innit? I look forward to seeing the film. I don't think I'm going to bother watching any more trailers.
If they bring out another trailer for this film, I'm definitely not watching.
This is only a couple of months now, so...
Yeah, it's nearly there.
I'd rather not know any spoilers, because I remember when The Force Awakens was coming out, and they had spoilers. No, they didn't have spoilers, but they had minimal trailers, didn't they? And then all of a sudden, in the week or 2 weeks before the film came out, it was just TV spots, and there were so many of them, and there's so much different footage. And I was like, whoa, hang on, what? Yeah. I thought we were doing this marketing thing well, and then all of a sudden now it's just Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
It was weird. But yeah, speaking of Star Wars, I mean, I haven't got a lot to say about this, but I'm disappointed. Visceral Games is shut down, apparently.
Yeah, well, they say the game. What was the?
Did they say that the game was going to EA instead, or
they said that it's stopped working. They just stopped working on it, but they haven't said it's been cancelled.
No,
they haven't used the word. Oh, we have stopped making this.
No, but they fired all of the people that.
Yeah, the only thing that might happen now is they may.
For people who don't know, we're talking about the Star Wars game that was being made.
They may move this game to EA. They may use parts of what's been worked on and scrap the rest. They might not use any of it. They may just use the actual just parts of the story and not use any of the game that's actually been made and start again. You don't know.
I don't know. I'm really disappointed because I saw one screenshot that they put on Twitter. I was like, fuck, that looks good. And it's literally just the back of a man's head and there's like a desert. It's like Tatooine or something. Yeah. And I was like, fuck, that would have been amazing. And I think it was was it open world?
Yeah, I think so. Well,
alright, even if it's just like Uncharted, I would be happy with that. And I think that's... Because there
Maybe
was
the only reason we're saying Uncharted is because of Amy Hennig. It might not have been nothing like Uncharted.
Because I'm saying it because of 1313, and everybody rumours that would have been good. It was basically going to be that sort of game, and I would with big set pieces and stuff, which is basically just the Star Wars Uncharted but in Star Wars universe. Yeah. I'd have been so down for that. That would have been amazing. Because I'm Battlefront, I don't really give a fuck about it. I might buy it, I might not.
I'm intrigued to see what the story is like, but
I'm not big on first person shooters at the moment.
Yeah,
so.
Fair enough.
But
it's disappointing, but
very disappointing.
I think we will get a Star Wars game that's not a first person shooter at some point.
I hope so.
It just depends how long it's gonna take.
Yeah,
it'll be a couple of years now. It's just a shame because we've already been waiting a couple of years.
Yeah,
but obviously there's not a lot we can do.
No, I was
other than as fans make it vocal that we want a game like that.
Amy Hennig hasn't had much luck, has she really? I mean, she was on Naughty Dog. She got fired from Naughty Dog or walked away. I'm not sure the details of that, but there definitely was bad blood there. But and then she went to Visceral Games, and then they shut down, and she was making this awesome Star Wars game as well. So it's 2 games she hasn't been able to make. So it's a shame. And she's really good as well at what she does. So she'll find work.
Yeah, definitely she will. But
she found work straight away after Naughty Dog, so somebody else will snap her up eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a shame.
Yeah, definitely.
You seen the Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer?
Yeah, once I watched it. It looks good.
5 times. I can't wait. You played the first one? Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't finish it.
Do you care about spoilers? Because I can spoil the fuck out of it.
No, I didn't care about spoilers. I liked it.
Did you get to Mexico in the game?
I can't remember where I got because I played it once through and then stopped where I got to.
That happened to me. Originally, when I first got the game, I was really into it, but then I crossed the river, got to Mexico. Yeah. It's like halfway through the game. It might not even be halfway. I'm like a quarter in or something, and then I just fell out of it completely. I just could not be bothered because the missions there are boring, the landscape's boring. I just didn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
But then I picked it up again a year later, literally, and it was like I powered through Mexico, and then once you get past Mexico, is amazing again. It's really good. There's so much stuff to do in that game. The only thing about that game is that you're not an outlaw in that game. Not really. You're a former outlaw in the first one, so you're kind of, because it's called Red Dead Redemption, he's trying to have a good family and redeem himself and be a family man, but then the government are getting him to go and hunt down his old gang members, so you're basically working for the law in the first game. Whereas in this new game, it looks to be a prequel, and it looks like you're going to be an outlaw in Dutch's gang. Dutch was the leader of John Marston's gang, who left him for dead eventually, and that's why he left. So I think we're finally actually going to get to be an outlaw, because I'm one of those persons that plays an open world game, and when I'm driving around or running around in the open world, I will make decisions based on what the character I am playing as is like in the story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I won't kill that innocent person if I'm a person who wouldn't kill an innocent person.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
That's just me. That's how I am. A lot of people just run around in GTA and just kill the fuck out of everyone, no matter who they're playing as. But so I'm looking forward to actually doing crimes in the Red Dead game and feeling like I should be doing crimes because I am a criminal. And you can I hope that there's train robbers and stuff. I hope that they focus a lot on story though. Yeah,
I think they will to it. Well, they'll definitely focus and work on a story like they would with any game that they've done before. I think they're definitely going to focus on the online. But I think it's going to be a case of, I don't think it's going to be the same team. Do you know what I mean? I think you're going to have a team that works on a story, and then a team that works on the online. So it shouldn't take away from the story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As much. The story might be a bit shorter than you're expecting, maybe.
Yeah, I'm just a little bit worried because.
But I definitely think Rockstar are gonna split it into 2 teams. You'd have an online team and a story team, and that one's not gonna suffer from the other because they're being done separately, and not as in one person's like, okay, we need to focus on the story, but then we've got to do this for the online. Yeah. So we can't,
Well, for some. I remember they put out a statement recently as to why they didn't ever do, in the end they didn't actually end up doing story DLC for GTA 5, and it was because they said GTA Online was taken off. Microtransactions have made a big difference in that. People putting their money into online, it's made them so much money. That's why they can afford to keep pumping out free content. But so that was taking up a whole chunk of their team.
Yeah.
And then everyone else they had on Red Dead 2. So that's the reason they never actually ended up making story DLC for GTA 5. And they said they're not going to rule out making story DLC for other games in the future. But for now, GTA 5 is not going to have anything.
Yeah.
Which is fair enough. Well, to me, though, I mean, a lot of people thought, oh, shit, they're focusing on online. It's true. They're probably not going to focus on the story in Red Dead. But to me, that just reaffirms that they had a team and they put them all on Red Dead. And hopefully that team is concentrating on a story, because they must know, because Red Dead 1 nobody played the fucking online in that game, not that I know anyway. So you know what I mean, that is, if they should know that the story was what sold that game, and hopefully they do focus on the story, because that was the best part of the first game. So I'm really looking forward to playing it. I knew it would be delayed, but
but they do that with all their games.
It was supposed to be coming out this year, and now it's like 2018, and you don't know when in 2018.
It will come out 2018, but I think it'd be the end.
Yeah, it won't be spring.
Yeah, and it'll get delayed again.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to talk about? I mean, I was going to say, talk about what we've watched recently.
How many subjects have we got left?
Well, 2, really. I mean, I've got written down, what have we watched recently?
Yeah.
Because I know you've got a film that you were dying to talk about.
Not really. But
then I've just got other written down, so anything else we can think of.
Cool. So, who should go first on what
I think
you
you should go first.
So, I was very enthusiastic I was made to watch The Notebook.
The Notebook. Yeah. I haven't seen it. I hear it's actually good though.
It was alright. People were, when you watch Notebook, it's so sad, you're gonna cry. Yeah, okay, the subject of the film is a sad subject, I get that.
What's the subject? I don't know anything about it, so you have to explain it to me.
Okay, so you've got old man Ryan Gosling. He's not Ryan Gosling.
Why is he old? Oh, right,
he's
so
like
do
you remember the granddad on 8 Simple Rules? After the dad dies and they get the granddad and that coming. Yeah. He plays the old man Ryan Gosling.
What reference that was? 8 Simple Rules.
So anyway, you find out later on in the film he's telling this old lady a story, and you find out later the old story is actually his wife. She has dementia, she can't remember who he is, and the story he's saying is of how they met and then how they ended up together. And then, like, at the beginning, he's telling the story, and as you find
is Robert De Niro in that film? Or is that Silver Linings Playbook or something like that?
No, I don't know. I've not watched. But yeah, and then you find out obviously she had dementia, and that the story is about her and him.
Right.
And he's trying to tell her it to make her remember.
So, did you actually like it, or?
It was alright.
Yeah, well, I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
It's not a terrible film. I mean,
so when I hear that, I think romantic film, and a lot of romantic films can tend to be, if they're just like specifically aimed at a certain audience, you know what I mean? Like, usually like middle-aged married women.
It was an alright film. I didn't think they did a good enough job of making me care that much about it. But apparently girls watch it, they cry. I don't know, I didn't think it did a good enough job of making me want to cry. Because I've watched films that I've...
Heart of stone.
I've watched films before and I thought, oh, that's sad, and I felt like, you know, that you tear out, you don't cry, you know what I mean? You like, I don't. You like.
I cried at Toy Story 3.
I understood that the subject was sad. I just didn't think they did a good enough job of making me care.
I cried at a video of a chimpanzee the other day. Because literally, and I'm not joking either. The chimp. It's not even funny, man. I'm gonna cry again. It was there. It was dying. It had been alive for quite a long time. And back in the 70s, this woman used to look after it.
Yeah.
And it was I think it was a female chimp. She couldn't move. She couldn't be asked. She was dying basically.
Yeah.
She just, I can't be fucked. I'm not even going to drink or eat or anything. He had to force food down her. And then this woman who used to look after her came and touched her, and then she was like kind of looking around, and all of a sudden she spotted her and she was like, what the fuck? And she recognised the woman that used to look after her, and then she got up as well as she could anyway and started grabbing her, and she was so happy. And then moments kind of, I think it was like a few hours later, she did die, but her last happy memory was with that person that she loved. And I'm going to cry.
That's going to be the thumbnail. You cry.
But that, so I cry all the time. So I think you're just soulless. I think I'd probably cry at the Notebook.
Yeah.
Unless it's one of those films that just beats you over the head like cry now.
It's on Netflix.
Does it purposely try to make you cry, or is it just sad? You know, I hate it when a film's sad for the sake of being sad.
No, it's just sad. It's the film.
I know it's a sad subject. It's like when they make a film about a little girl that has cancer. It's like, why the fuck would anyone want to watch that?
But I mean, Ryan Gosling's good in it.
Yeah.
But Ryan Gosling's good in most things.
He's generally good. I mean,
I've watched him.
There's films I don't like of his that everybody rates, but it's not because of him. It's because of.
He's good in most things he's in.
Have you seen Drive?
No.
So I have a fucking rant. I'm not going to go on too long about it, but Drive is one of the most overrated pieces of fucking shitty style over substance films I've ever seen.
Watched it. I know what
Fuck
the film
that
is.
film. It was so boring. and don't tell me I didn't get it either. I hate when people are like, well, you just didn't get it. It's like, no, fuck you. It was shit. I was bored.
I've not watched it. Maybe I'll watch it and we can review it.
Yeah, watch it. I've got it on Blu-ray, unfortunately, because everybody said it was good. I bought it and then I watched it. I was like, what the fuck was that? What did I just do? What did I spend my time doing?
Ryan Gosling's good in most things. It has what's her name? Is it Rachel McAdams or Rachel Adams?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. She's alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's alright in it. She's fucking. I don't know. Do I go into spoilers? Do I not go into spoilers?
Shit.
I mean,
no one's really listening anyway.
They split up at one point. Her and Ryan Gosling in the story. She gets married. Well, she gets engaged, and then she fucking goes back and fucks Ryan Gosling, and then ends up with Ryan Gosling. But it's a bit of a shitty thing to do, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a little bit. That, for some reason, I don't know why I just thought this, but it reminds me of How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, that's what I said, because it's kind of spoiled it. Not spoiled it for me, but he basically, there's this house he wants.
Yeah.
And he said his dad sells his house to give him the money to buy that house, so he can do it up. And that's just, because I knew that was coming, because as he said, as they went to the house the first time, when he shows her the house he wants to buy, I was like, oh wait a minute, they say about Ted is like someone from the Notebook, didn't they? And I was like, oh, I know where this is kind of going in that bit. I didn't know the dementia thing was coming at that time, but I knew about the How I Met Your Mother.
How I Met Your Mother is the moral of that. I've said this before, but the moral of that program is, if you're with if you love someone but they don't want to have kids, get with someone else you like, have kids with them, wait for them to die, and then get with the person you originally wanted to be with. That's the moral of that story. But I like the show, but still,
I don't. When they started the show, they didn't. I don't think they had like a really long term plan of like what was going to happen with the mother. They obviously recorded the bit with the kids at the end, at the beginning, so they knew that he was going to end up with Robin. But they obviously, I think they kept kind of going until they were kind of told, all right.
Yeah, they did. I don't think not 100%.
I think at season 9, if they weren't going to end it there, I don't think they would have got renewed. And I think that's kind of, they knew it was coming, so they introduced the mother. They knew it had to come to an end.
Yeah.
Because they said before, if it had to end after season 1, then Victoria would have been the mother, and he would end up with Robin. So they didn't make it with an initial plan to go from here to here.
Yeah.
I think they got popular. They were like, oh, we're gonna just keep going and going and going until we can't anymore.
It's always a risk, though, isn't it, with that sort of stuff? Like with shows, it's like when Californication, I think, didn't know. They never knew when they were going to get cancelled, so they kept going and going. That show should have ended way before it did.
That show hasn't got. It was the same thing. They kept going until they had to end.
And then it results in a kind of subpar ending, which I don't think How I Met Your Mother had a subpar ending. No, I thought that was pretty.
No, good. I like the ending, but I mean, it shows they knew how it was going to end, but they didn't know how they were getting there.
Yeah,
that's.
Whereas with something like Californication, I don't think they knew where they were going with that, really.
They just kind of
how the fuck do you even... I mean, unless you kill off Hank. You know what I mean? Because he does
live a pretty... Because it kind of just ends the way any other season would end.
Exactly, and they could easily bring it back if they wanted to. And I mean, he's a little bit old now, so he's running around having sex with more girls, but...
Yeah.
I mean, fair play to him, though.
Yeah. So, what film have you watched recently?
I'm not going to say too much about it, because you haven't seen it, and you haven't seen the first one either, have you?
No.
Trainspotting 2.
I know where you're... Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see both of them.
You should. I've got them both, and you should borrow them. But first, we have to watch Blade Runner and give it back to me.
I got a few of your. I still got your Unbreakable as well.
Did you take Unbreakable as well? I didn't even know that. So you've got Unbreakable, Whiplash, and Blade Runner. You haven't watched any of them.
I was saying, I was into this kid at work. I borrowed a Blade Runner off my friend. I'm going to watch that, but I borrowed another one of the films that I want to watch, but I can't remember what it was. I was like, oh, it's going to bug me. I said, I want to text him to see what film it was, but I said, but I didn't want him to think I've lost the film. So like,
yeah, exactly.
So I was like,
watch. If you're gonna watch Unbreakable, so you can watch Split, because I don't like Unbreakable. Oh, you've seen Split. You've seen Split before me, didn't you?
I've seen Split, and I borrowed Unbreakable a few so I could get the end, or not really the end, the after credits scene.
Yeah, because I loved Split. I've really liked
it is a really good film. Yeah, definitely.
And I can't wait for the sequel now. Yeah. Which is why you should watch Unbreakable.
Yeah, I will.
Get
watch
the character.
I also got your Game of Thrones.
Yeah, you can have that. That's another podcast, man. I don't really care about Game of Thrones. But yeah, I don't know. There's not really anything else to talk about. No. I watched Trainspotting 2 and it was good. And it was better than
one?
No. definitely not. But it was nowhere near as bad as people were saying.
So
people
you liked it?
Yeah, people.
Give me a score.
Oh, wait, you're in that much of a rush.
No, not in any rush. I just wanted you to give me a score.
I will in a minute, but put it this way: the first one I'd given 8.9. Right, the first film. 8.9. This one, everybody put me off it. My brother said it was good when he first watched it, and then he started going, well, there's this and that, and he really put me off the film. And he kept saying that, like, all the negatives about it. And I watched it, and I thought that was a fine sequel. Like, it was never a film that comes out that long after the original was never going to be as good as the original.
Yeah,
unless it's Toy Story, you know what I mean? And but yeah, I enjoyed it way more. Maybe that was because I was watching it with low expectations, though. Maybe
something like that.
And I'm not the hugest fan of the first one either. I like the first one a lot, and like I said, I give it like an 8.9. That's a good score. But I was never like a super fan of it. I haven't studied it. I've seen it once. You know what I mean? I'll probably watch it again at some point. But yeah, this new one was pretty good, and I would probably give this new one a 7.9.
7.9.
Like, that's a decent sequel. It's almost an 8. It may as well be an 8, actually. Yeah, I'll give it an 8.
Yeah, I didn't get these 8.9s. I go 8, 8.5, 9. Didn't go in between that. Okay, no,
it's easier that way because it's not always quite a 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have anything else to talk about. Can you think of any other news you wanted to talk about?
No. There's probably news that I would like to discuss that I can't think of at the top of my head. But then
I was gonna discuss the Weinstein thing, but I don't know if I want to touch that at Keenest today. You know what I mean?
No, it's wrong.
I think everybody's talked about it to death anyway, and they should do. I hope people keep talking about it.
Yeah, definitely. The more people come out.
I mean, I can't believe people were so surprised though. Like, acting so surprised that this man. Like, Hollywood is a disgusting place, and it's been common knowledge for a very long time.
I mean,
I don't want to like jump on the rumor train or whatever, but they reckon it was the director of the X-Men films. Like, is it Bryan
Singer?
They think he's some sort of paedophile. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's never been convicted, and it might not be true. Yeah. That's fair enough, but I mean, there's like paedophile rings and shit in Hollywood. There's rapists everywhere. It's disgusting.
If you're obviously if it's affected you, then you should definitely come out and say something.
But people are all of a sudden like, whoa, I didn't know there were this many perverts in Hollywood. Really? If you ever watched anything that kind of takes the piss out of Hollywood? You know
but it's the same with anything. Have you like the fucking Jimmy Savile thing? Once Jimmy Savile got brought out, loads of people were getting called out on it. Rolf Harris.
Yeah, that always happens because people got the courage to come forward, and I hate it when people are like, oh, they're just jumping on the bandwagon. It's like, no, they're
maybe
not.
like just then, like, it's a different type of. Yeah. Some people in Hollywood is different to people like Jimmy Savile. No offense.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
it's a different level, isn't it?
I mean,
and I can see why some people may not come out.
There's sexual harassment, and then there's the other stuff as well. You know? I mean, they're both bad.
I mean, I think
one's different to the
Jimmy
other.
Well, it depends what Jimmy Savile's offences are probably worse. No offense, and they're all fit, obviously, but that's obviously children. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
you fucking get up, but
yeah, but none of it is wrong. None of it is wrong. None of it is right.
You heard it here. Billy agrees with sexual harassment and pedophilia. None of it is right, and if you've been affected, you should definitely come out, because that's the only way that it's going to get stopped, is by people having the courage to come out, talking about it, keep coming out,
and
keep calling people on their shit, because there's a lot of stuff that women and just people in general have to put up with because of some fucking inconsiderate assholes.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean? So that was a cheerful note to end the podcast on.
But I think it's something that we don't need to discuss it in depth.
No,
it's wrong.
I mean, everybody's going to discuss it anyway.
Yeah, and obviously, if you're a victim, just speak up.
Yeah, always.
And
that's the way. Don't shrug anything off either. Yeah. Like, if you feel like you need to say something, say it.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of women, because they're so used to it, they shrug it off. It's like, well, that's just what happens. No, that shouldn't be what happens.
Yeah,
you tell someone and you complain and you make sure your voice is heard.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I think that's it for today.
Yeah, I think that was a good one. I like to think that was a good one.
We're going to try and get more podcasts up, like more videos in general.
Yeah,
soon.
They might not necessarily be podcasts. We'll try and get more reviews up, and if there's something different we can do, we're going to...
Yeah, I want to start doing some gaming stuff as well, like some actual gameplay videos, hopefully. Yeah. Yeah. So yes, I still don't know how to sign these things off.
No, like, subscribe.
Yeah. Do you want to do catchphrase? You've got
tell
no
your
catchphrase.
friends, tell your friends, your family, your loved ones.
What's your new catchphrase this week?
I don't have one this week. I'm gonna keep it cool and say bye for now.
Keep it cool.